Hi everyone, thank you for joining us today. I'm Bobby with eXp Realty and we have Rebekah with PrimeLending joining us today, and she's going to tell us more about the mortgage business. And if you could please describe to us today how your business and services work.
Sure. We are a mortgage lender, meaning we do home loans for people. We qualify them for what they can purchase for a home, and we sit down with them and go over their different options. So a person might qualify for one or two different home loan programs. We'll sit down with them and go over those options and determine what best fits their mortgage needs in terms of payment or down payment, the amount of money they have to bring to closing, things like that, to make sure they have the best mortgage option for them. So again, we just offer home loans as a mortgage lender and help people then be able to purchase their home. We have multiple loan types. We have conventional loans, FHA loans, USDA loans, VA loans, renovation loans. All of them each come with their own specific needs or reason for using that type of loan. So for instance, a conventional loan, a lot of people will determine as that type of loan to be the basic loan type where you need 20% down. And that's not necessarily true. There are options for even that loan type where you could do 3% down or a smaller portion down, but they do have less restrictions when it comes to a property type. We also have our three government loan program types, which is FHA, USDA, and VA. Those three programs have or offer better down payment or no down payment options, but they're more restrictive in the property type you can buy. They also have income limits and things like that. FHA will allow you to purchase anywhere in the state of Minnesota, whereas USDA is a rural program, so you have to find specific spots of the state that they are allowed to be purchased in. And then VA is, of course, only for military service members or retired service members. We also have renovation loans. Our renovation loans can be used for either purchase or refinance. Our renovation loans are a great option for somebody that's looking for their next home or dream home, but maybe can't quite find exactly what they're looking for. We allow them to purchase that home and roll in the cost for renovations to be done after they close on the loan, or if they have an existing home and would like to do that on their existing home, we offer a refinance renovation for that as well. So we have many different program types to offer to clients to help fit their needs depending on what they're looking for, where they're looking for it, things like that. We also help clients, if they don't qualify right away for a home loan, determine a plan to come up with how to get them to qualify. So whether it's credit, income, lack of down payment, if it's needed in the area they're looking, we'll set a plan, whether it's 3 months, 6 months, a year down the road, as to what they need to do to get themselves in the position to be able to qualify for a mortgage, and help them work on that plan throughout the time until they meet their goal.
Very good. Then can you tell us a little bit about yourself and why you chose this profession, how long you've been serving this community?
Sure. I personally have lived in this area my entire life outside of the time I went to college. So I grew up in the Cambridge-Isani area. I went to Cambridge-Isani High School. I've lived in this community for, again, my entire life minus college. I left to go to college right after high school, got my computer science degree, and then decided to move back home. I currently live in the area with my 2 children and our dogs. I actually came back to this area because I had decided I no longer wanted to live in the metro area and wanted to find a different type of job. And so that's how I kind of stumbled into the job that I'm in now, where the mortgage lending industry was, trying to find a job coming back to this area that I could do, which about 20 years ago was a little harder than it would be now because it was still a smaller area. And I stumbled upon an ad, honestly, for a mortgage lender, and they back then would train you to do it. Not so much anymore, it's a little different now, but they would train you to do it. So I did that. I literally walked around, knocked on doors to find my first few clients, and from there just kept at it. But I really just stumbled into the industry, and again, I've done it for 19 years now. I love it. I would never want to do anything different. I again have been serving this community then, doing mortgages for the 19 years. Of that 19 years, I've worked for 3 different companies in the exact same office I sit in now. I've never moved from that office on Main Street here in Cambridge. The current company I work for now, PrimeLending, I've been with for 12 years of that 19 years. They're a wonderful company. I love working for them. It's a lot of good common sense type mortgage lending to help families in the area. So I choose to stay with them and have been with them for that longer term. Yeah.
Good. Excuse me. Can you also tell us something that drives you and motivates you in the business?
Sure. I think the biggest thing that motivates me is helping first-time home buyers, or maybe not the biggest thing. They're probably all somewhat equal, but the thing that I find happens the most often that gives me the most satisfaction is when I have a first-time home buyer, a young person or couple that comes in that never thought they could own their own home. And I'm able to sit down with them and qualify them for a mortgage, show them options to show them, yes, you qualify, and how to afford it, and come up with a plan for them for, again, a best mortgage need for them. That is always great to be a part of. You can see that source of accomplishment they feel when they realize they can become a homeowner, and how they feel like they've again accomplished something, and I just love being a part of that. So I love that. That's one of the things that I love the most, is helping first-time home buyers. Also, watching new families grow. I love watching families, whether they're moving up to a new home or their dream home and getting that new big yard, or the kids getting their new own rooms, and listening to them get excited about these new things, and knowing I had a small part in helping them with that for the financing. The other thing that I really love, I think that really motivates me not only to stay with PrimeLending, but to keep going, is helping veterans. We offer VA loans, and I love being able to offer veterans our no lender fee VA loans. We don't charge them lender fees. It's the only loan type we do that with. And we do that just for the VA loans, again, as kind of a thank you to give back to our military and service members. Sometimes we have service members that come in that want to do a loan or need to do a loan. Maybe they can't, but they just want to sit and talk for a while, and I love doing that as well with the veterans. It's really nice to get to spend some time with them and just give back to them as much as we can.
Now, this is a tough question. Do you feel it's a good time to purchase a home, or do you feel people should wait? I think first of all, what people need to understand is, if you need to buy a home, you need to move up, you need the extra room, you're relocating, you have no choice. That's the best time to buy a home, because that's what your life changes are making you do. In terms of home prices and interest rates, right now we're in a market where home prices are a bit, or have been a bit higher, and interest rates are going up, especially compared to the last 18 months. And that can hinder some people right now, but to be honest, that shouldn't stop you from buying a home. The longer you wait, the higher interest rates could get. The biggest thing I think I tell most people is, the longer you wait, even if say home prices came down a little, the interest rates are still going to go up. You're still going to end up paying more for the house in the end than if you say waited for home prices to come down. I hear that from people all the time. Oh, I'm going to wait for home prices to come down. Well, interest rates are going to go up while that happens, so you're really not going to help yourself by doing that, because you could save $10,000 in a house, but a higher interest rate by even 1/4% will cost you tens of thousands over the life of the loan. So my biggest suggestion is this: if you need to move or you want to move, just do it. You shouldn't be making those big life choices on what the market is like for interest rates or home prices right now. You should be making those choices based on your needs in your life at that moment. Good, I like that. So if you could tell us the best way for people to reach you.
Oh, yes. So we are available pretty much any way you want to try to reach us. You can get a hold of us via the phone at 763-286-6084. That's my cell phone. You can call or text me on that anytime. You can email me at rcbecker@primelending.com, or you can go online to contact us at www.myminnesotalender.com. Minnesota is spelled out in full, and again, that's myminnesotalender.com. Any of those options, you can either apply online, just go ahead and submit an application if you want, which you're more than welcome to do. Even without talking to us, you're welcome to submit it. We'll review it and get back to you and talk then. Or if you want to talk prior to doing that, or just have questions regarding a mortgage, phone, email, text, anything, again, you can reach out to us literally 24/7. We're available anytime, any day of the week. If we are not able to talk to you at that moment, we will, of course, just get back to you when we can, but we're mostly available most evenings, weekends, things like that, within reasonable hours. So
Good. Well, thank you so much for joining us today, Rebecca. It was great to learn about the mortgage industry with you. And check out our community website page. It is parkbench.com/Cambridge-MN. And that will have all of Rebecca's information and other community events going on, and other interviews with other businesses. If you'd like to be interviewed, please contact me and I'd be happy to help. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.